Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is you're watching this. Well, welcome. How was your week? Did you do anything fun this week? Well, Bentley and I went to the park the other day. It was really nice. So we went to the park and people watched and dog watched. So that was fun. And then, we went to this event thing Friday night while we were waiting on Sean. The lady was like, "Oh, there's choose a sticker." So we chose the sticker, and there was 3 different stickers that kind of spoke to me, but one of them definitely for here is like "Find Your Way." So it's kind of find your way with the spa in a sense, like your journey, what's best for you. Whether it's natural medicine, whether it's Western medicine, or a combination of both. Hopefully the combination of both, at least the combination of both works for you. If you decided to go just Western medicine, hopefully you'll find something in like maybe acupuncture, acupressure, music therapy, things like that will help you to better respond to the Western medicine. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. And then of course the first and foremost one that did was I do another channel for the veterinary community. So kind of things that we talk about on this one is very similar to help them work through burnout and to prevent and work through burnout. So since they have the highest suicide rate in the medical field, so I do that. And then I saw this. It says, yes, you can come back from burnout. So, yes. And then we want to set the world on fire. So, yes. Anyways, not figuratively, or literally, figuratively, excuse me. Yes, figuratively, not literally, set the world on fire. So, yes, we definitely want to leave a good one. So, anyways, that was fun. But also March is also, last week we talked about March being Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. It is also Kidney Cancer Awareness Month, and it's also Multi-Myeloma Awareness Month. So this week we're going to talk about kidney cancer, and then next week we're going to talk about multi-myeloma because, like I said, knowledge is power. And these are definitely you hear a little bit about, but not much about. So definitely want to make you familiar with them as well. So kidney cancer is a growth of cells that starts in the kidneys. It can also be found in both adults and young children, which I didn't realize that with young children. I mean, I guess any cancer can be found in young children, but sometimes you just don't think, because I don't know, you always think when kids have cancer, the first thing you think of is like a form of leukemia, or at least I do, or some rare cancer, or even brain tumors, because that's just mostly what I've heard throughout the years, or those. So it kind of shocked me a little bit when I saw that with the young children. So anyway, but the most common type for adults is renal cell carcinoma. And young children are more likely to develop a type of kidney cancer called Wilma tumor. Wilma. It doesn't have an A on it, so it's WILM. Wilm. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Wilm tumor. Anyway. So the number of diagnosed seem to be increasing each year. So one of the reasons for this may be for imaging techniques, such as CT scans, are being used more often. So a lot of them leads to like an incidental discovery of more kidney cancers. So it's often found when the cancer is small and confined to the kidneys, which leads to higher survival rates. I think kidney cancer has like a 93% survival rate if it's caught early. I will say, interesting enough, they only do 3 stages for kidney cancer, and the stages are based on how fast the cancer is growing. So I thought that was really interesting compared to how normally other cancers are. How they stage other cancers obviously is how much is spread throughout your body with the stages, and they have 4 stages. So yes. So what are the symptoms of kidney cancer? Like, how would you know to even get checked out for it, right? So blood and urine, which may appear pink, red, or colored, loss of appetite, pain in the side. No, that doesn't mean your spouse or your kids. Pain in the side or back that doesn't go away. Tiredness, unexplained weight loss, which to me is very interesting. I feel like a lot of the cancer, or a lot of these are similar symptoms to a lot of different things. So a lot of different cancers, just a lot of different things in general. So I always say go with your gut feeling, right? See, how do they diagnose? So it could be diagnosed through blood and urine test, imaging test. If they see something, they'll obviously do a biopsy. And then depending on your oncologist or your doctor, they'll stage it. Some doctors talk stages. I know my mother's oncologist never talked stages with her. I think my mom was we both were in such shock that she set the tone, like my goal is disease free. It wasn't until after my mom went in remission that my mom realized that she had stage 4 lung cancer. She had stage 4 lung cancer, and her survival rates and everything. Like, she found that out after the fact. I truly believe if it was something that we know to begin with, it might have been a little bit more challenging for my mom to overcome mentally, because that is to think about, for what you know about cancer, to think about it, to think that you have stage 4 cancer, or in this case, kidney stage 3, like, because it decreases your survival rates, and you know that. So I think with that, it can also block you and prevent you from overcoming it, or getting through that journey better, I think would be the word to say. So it'd be more challenging for you to get through that journey than it would be if you didn't know. That's just my opinion. Some people are that, but if you're one of those people that you need that challenge to drive you, then all means go for it. Because there's some people like, oh yeah, I can do that. If it's that, then I can do that. Like, they need that to drive me. Michael Jordan, if you ever saw his documentary, The Last Dance is out. It's really good. But he talks about how he needed that challenge to drive him, to make him that good of a basketball player, to make him that, like, really good at basketball. He's an amazing basketball player. To me, he's the best. People want to talk about Kobe Bryant, but here's the thing. Michael Jordan was Kobe Bryant's mentor. Like, he looked up to Kobe Bryant, so he used Kobe Bryant looked up to Michael Jordan. He used Michael Jordan as an inspiration. So yes, and it even talks about that in The Last Dance too. So yes, Michael Jordan is the definitely the best. But anyways, that's my opinion, my soapbox. You can join me or not. But yeah, if you need it, by all means, you utilize that to drive yourself to put yourself in remission. So let's talk about treatment. What do they do for treatment-wise for the cancer? A lot of times they'll do surgery to either remove the cancer from the kidney, or remove the cancer, the mass from the kidney, or they'll remove the kidney itself. ideally, obviously, they'll remove, if they can save the kidney, they will. Because if not, obviously, with one kidney, you have to go through dialysis. So, yes. There's another treatment. It's called cryoablation. Is what it does is it frees the cancer cells with cold gas, and they stick it goes through a needle that's inserted through your skin into the cancer cells, and the cold gas goes through that, and it freezes the cancer cells. Then there's another one. It's called radio frequency ablation. It's a special probe, so it's very similar to the other one. So it's a special probe that's inserted through the skin into the cancer. So instead of freezing it with cold gas, they use an electrical current that's ran through the needle, and it heats up or burns the cancer cells. So yes, it's to kill the cells, both of them. Then of course you have radiation therapy. You also have targeted therapy. So targeted therapy uses the medicines that attack specific chemicals in the cancer cells. So, and then it blocks so by blocking these chemicals, it can cause the cancer cells to die. So, I thought that's really interesting. Then you also have immunotherapy. I will say immunotherapy is starting to become, I guess, more popular. In a sense, I know when my mom's cancer came back, they had found that immunotherapy worked with lung cancer. Like they were getting really good results with it. But here was the trick when my mom's cancer came back. And you got to remember, this was like 10 years ago. So it may have changed since then. But insurance coverage. So remember a few videos back when I was talking about the insurance company and how, FDA approved things? Well, same thing. When my mom's cancer came back, the doctor wanted to do immunotherapy on her, but they couldn't start the immunotherapy. She had to do 2 rounds of chemo and then prove that the chemo wasn't working to do the immunotherapy the third round, or for the third round to start on immunotherapy. Why? Because FDA studies showed that's how they did it. Now, one would think, common sense, right? If you already know the immunotherapy is going to work, why spend the money on wasting it on the chemo to begin with, the other 2 rounds of chemo, right? I mean, you're spending, even if it costs more, you're still spending extra money. Duh. But anyways, but so immunotherapy, again, my soapbox. Immunotherapy helps the body's or helps the immune system kill the cancer cells. So immunotherapy kind of gives your immune system a boost to help it do its job, because that is the immune system's job, is to kill the bad cells, which are the cancer cells, right? Also, to immunotherapy sometimes may be used after surgery. So if you have kidney cancer, you have surgery, they may decide to do a few rounds of immunotherapy to kill any cancer cells that might remain. And then you have chemo. Interesting enough, I will say, usually kidney cancers are resistant to chemo, but it may be used for certain rare types of kidney cancer. So, yes, to me, I thought that was very interesting. That it's at the, that specific cancer is at the point, like chemotherapy doesn't work. But it also makes sense where if it's a rare kidney cancer, for it to actually work on those. So, yes. But, so yeah, interesting facts with kidney cancer. I did also put a link in the description to the kidneycancer.org for events, information, if you want to look it up, and events as well. So yes, if you're interested, definitely check them out. All right, and oh my goodness, I know I realized I forgot to ask. What are you drinking today? I am drinking the Blue Moon Magic by Cure Naturals as well, with organic honey and stevia. So yes, because I like my tea extra sweet. So I add both the stevia and the honey. And plus I like the nutrients of the honey. So it's, yes, you can get that as well. So, all right. And that, have a wonderful week. Do something for yourself. And we will see you next week under the willow tree.